my scrappy friends. I have a layout for you today, and I am just looking through the papers of my Scraptastic kit, and this is for the January kit. So I haven't used much of it, so I thought I would use this one and get some use out of it. I really enjoyed a lot of the different colors in it, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that was in the kit or not, but I decided to use this paper here from Maggie Holmes, and I think maybe it is. And it's called Sweet Story. And I really love that wood grain. Oh, it's so delicious. If a paper can be. So I want to do some stuff with these jelly bean soup placemats, and I'm not sure if this was from this kit or a different one. I know I've been mixing a lot of my kits just because I haven't been using them as much. So I'm actually pondering the thought of not getting another kit. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to. I really enjoy my kits, but I feel like I'm not using them as much as I was, and I can take that money and get papers that I know I really, really want. So, yeah. Um, and I'm in a place in my scrapbooking that I really want to make sure I get materials and product and stuff that is gonna help in my style. So I use some of those Lindy Stamp Gang sprays, and as you can see, I put them off to the side because I wasn't sure if I really wanted to spray. So I did a little bit of dabbing, and I don't have the tiny or the mini Tim Holtz blender, which I really need to get one. Yeah. So here I realized that it wasn't quite dark enough when it dried. So I sprayed some on. I used the dauber, the Tim Holtz Distress Dauber, and excuse me. And so here I'm just drying it because I want to make sure it's dry, and I'm impatient, so you really could just let it sit. And sometimes it's better just to let it sit because it doesn't warp your paper as much. And the thing with like this Maggie Holmes paper is it's really, really thin. So if you use a lot of sprays and stuff, which those Lindy Stamp Gang sprays are really thin because they're mostly water. So I find that they kind of have a tendency to warp paper pretty easily. So, and then I also, I don't know if you noticed, but I also had taken the blue in the distress pad and I just put my pad right on my mat and just added some water to it. Because there is so much color in those little, even those mini pads. Oh my gosh. I mean, so I really didn't care for how it turned out. But I figure, hey, I'm just gonna go with it. I really like this Maggie Holmes paper, and I can kind of cover it up. So at this point, I'm thinking about what I want to do. And I do have that stamp out because I know I want to do some kind of stamping. I have this Kaiser Craft paper, and that is from the Close Up collection. It's called Lens, and the one side has that textured, it's like I don't know what kind of material it is, but it's very textured and distressed. And I thought that that would work really, really well along the outside of my photo because it's a photo of me and my husband near the beach down in Honolulu, and the sun is setting, and we couldn't make it to the beach right like the exact time I wanted to. It's funny. Now that I've become a scrapbooker and really focused on pictures, I'll look at the sky and I'll be like, "Oh, this is the perfect time to take a picture." And of course, we're paying for parking because we had to park. And then down in the city, they have like different areas where like you can park in like a lot, but you have to pay for it. And they have like a machine, and of course we went to like five different machines. Well, maybe not five, like three, because it wasn't. like they weren't working right, and you have to pay for parking because you will get a ticket because they come through and everything. So anyway, so I missed the best color that it would be behind us, but that's okay. I still got a picture. So, and it was really nice because me and my husband got to spend some time in this city by ourselves. And it was really fun because we were in an area that we had our honeymoon in. So it was really fun. We didn't have our kids with us, which doesn't happen very often. So here I'm going to take some strips of paper, and they're just varied sizes. And I made flags. And so I'm going to arrange them in a I wanted them to just look like, they weren't thought through when I put them, even though I thought them through. Don't you love that? How we take all this time to make something look like we just threw it on a page and we spent a lot of time doing it. So I really want to make sure that each sheet stands out or each banner stands out. So I'm going to outline, and I actually haven't done this very often lately just because sometimes when I layer a lot of layers in a small space, like behind a photo, I don't necessarily want, there's not much of it sticking out. And so I do kind of want it to blend together, just like peaks of different colors and not so much it standing out. But these I really want to stand out. So, and I'm not the best outliner, but I find that the more you do it, the better you get. Or if you keep your hand as straight as you can. And sometimes I think the pen makes a difference too. And the pen that I found that I like the best is the Pilot pen. I have a Pilot pen that's it's a uniball, I think, and it's black, and so it has the roller, and it's a really thin. So it's similar to the thinness of like a Sharpie, but because it's on the ball, it's a ballpoint pen. It goes a lot smoother. So there's just something about a good ballpoint pen, you know. So I'm just layering these, and I know I have a mix of papers because I have a paper from Dear Lizzie from the Serendipity line. I have some of the paper from the Amy Tan, and I know that they were wonky, and I really didn't mind. So when I layered it, I tried to make sure that maybe not all of the pieces were showing, so it kind of had a little interest. And then one of the papers was from the Scraptastic Club that Caitlin Schaefer designed. And then the other one was from Gossamer Blue. That's the one with the blue circles. So here I took the Scraptastic, of course I already did it. A second ago, while I was talking, I took a stamp from Scraptastic. Man, I'm just not doing so good. I've been like really tired this week, guys. So I haven't really got much scrapping done, and I haven't done any videos. I'm kind of slacking. It's like now that I'm talking, and watching this back, I forget how much I miss doing the videos. I really do. I really have started enjoying doing these videos, so it's really fun. Um, so I'm just layering a few different papers, and I mean, this is crazy, so I figured I'd just like go with it. So here I'm looking through some pieces and seeing if there's anything that maybe I could add in for layers because this is a Teresa Collins pack and she has a lot of bigger pieces, and I was thinking that one on the left side, I was thinking about that, but I didn't know how I could make it work. So, yeah. It didn't end up in my paper or on the page. I do use that tag. I've been kind of infatuated with tags lately too. So, and I also did use that placemat that I got all gunky. I thought that by keeping the colors that I did on the back, that it would, you know, I don't know, make it work better. And at this point, I have a lot of the part that I didn't like covered up. So you see a little bit of the blue, but I really like that because it brings out the color of blue that is in the background from the sky. And so I'm trying to figure out what other tidbits that I might. And I'm going to go through some Maggie Holmes tidbits too in the end. Just kind of trying to get some different interests in there, make it make it fun, make it feel lovey. Since I don't have too many pictures of just me and my husband. And I think that was the great thing about this night is that we got to spend time together, but we also got some, we took a couple pictures of us and we just got to have fun together by ourselves, which doesn't happen very often. And so here I'm using that stitched stamp again, and that is from Scraptastic. That is one thing I like about their kits is that if you want, you can get the stamp if you don't want, and it's just a really fun stitch. So I just put them on the top and the bottom, and I tried to make it look like I stitched. And since I don't have a sewing machine yet, and I haven't decided if that's something I want to get. I mean, I don't sew, so the only time I would use it is probably for scrapbooking. So I just haven't decided if that's something I want to invest in yet. It's one of those things that you just kind of have to think about if that's something that I want to incorporate in my style, though it is really cute to see stitching. So I'm just looking for like bits and pieces that are similar colors that are in the layout or that kind of bring contrast. And then I seen that those hearts from Maggie Holmes and they're perfect. The colors are very similar to some of the colors in the layout. So I really like that. So I kind of go through some, and I know you can't see all of it because I didn't realize I had my dish kind of off to the side. Now, and I'm sure I probably mentioned this, so if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. But one way I like to keep my embellishments is by the line. So each collection line that I have, I keep it separate. Now, when use most of them, I will mix them in together. So I do have one container that has like a whole bunch of random pieces, and I can tell you I barely go through that because I know I like to go through collections. I remember what I have and generally an idea of what I have in for different collections or what the theme is for that collection. And so when I'm thinking about what I want to use to embellish a layout, and I knew that like those strips, I knew I wanted to put like words in like strips. Oh, I've seen this quite a bit lately. A lot of ladies have been doing layouts with like their journaling in strips. And you know, I could do that. I could. I could get on the computer, but I don't know. That's a lot of extra work for me. And so, if I can find words that are really fun, like the most wonderful life, together, love you, in in a pack, I thought, hey, I'll use those. So I made it kind of look some of the journaling that I've seen, with the different size strips and stuff, and I put them on there, and I really love how that looks. And then up at the top, I have that little vellum piece that's for the date. So I have that on there. And so here I'm going to do the journaling, and I cut some of this out because it takes a while to do the journaling. And I just pretty much talk about how it was really nice for me and my husband to have a date night in the city. And I talked a little bit about where we went. Like we walked around the beach and we walked up Waikiki, which is super busy. Though this time of the year it's not that busy because as busy, I should say, because it's wintertime. So, yeah. So we walked up and we were like, we're just gonna be Hawaiian tonight. We're just gonna see where we'll end up. So, which was actually really, really nice. And so we just walked up the strip and we were like, do we want to go there? Yeah, let's keep walking. And so we found this really, really cool restaurant that is up in one of the taller buildings, and on the inside it spins around. And so you get a 360 view of the city. So you get to see some of the water, and then it comes around on the inside. Like there's this mechanism where all the seating is on, and it moves just slow enough that you don't get sick, which is really good because who wants to get sick when you're going out to dinner? But so it was really fun. Definitely recommend it. It was more expensive, but when you're down in the city and you're down in the tourist area, you're going to spend for a good meal. So I had placed some of those hearts from those are jelly bean soup, I think. Yeah, they're corks like hearts and pieces. And I stuck them up in that right hand corner and I didn't like it. So I moved it. And so here's where I'm going to put the title. And I use the Dear Lizzie thickers. They're called Thor. Yeah, they're called Thor, guys. No, just joking. Man, I can't talk tonight. I don't know what's wrong with me. Um, but I really like those because those also have that wood grain, so they kind of match the paper a little bit. And then I use the October Afternoon meringue stickers. I love those. I'm going to be so sad when I'm all done. I should really find out if I can find some more. I think who was it? A couple weeks ago. A week ago? Nicole. She had some. I should watch that back and see where she got them. Because she got like all different colors. I just have the white. I don't know. I just like the way that they look. They're so cute. And so here I'm just mixing a little bit of water with some white acrylic paint to do some splatters. I find that if I add a little bit of water to it, it helps make it easier to flick. And I just use a paintbrush. So here are some close-ups. And I really actually liked the way it turned out. It turned out really cute, even though it started and had a little bump in the road with over mixing of sprays and stuff. But it turned out really cute. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys tomorrow because tomorrow I have another layout to share with you. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have an inspired week. Bye.